Welcome to episode 36 of Baldur's Gate 3. In the last episode, we made our way through Rivington, met some new people, a lot of new faces, a lot of people talking. Act 3 is very loud when it comes to people talking. I prefer Act 1 and 2 because there's less people. We stumbled upon a quest that involves some murders to investigate, so we've been doing that, and we also got some updates on Astarian's questline. So today, we're going to be continuing to run around Rivington. We might go to the circus, haven't decided yet. I'm starting today in the camp because there will be some new dialogue to take care of. Going to get Shadowheart back in the party as well.
Orin's little display was just intended to rattle us. We mustn't let her succeed, but need to stay alert all the same.
We do. You mentioned Shah's followers might be watching us. You think we can use them to track down your parents?
I hope so. So long as I'm willing to stroll right into the Mother Superior's trap, they have no reason to not tell me where to go.
What should we be looking for?
Worm's Crossing is a choke point. If I wanted to intercept a new arrival, I'd find somewhere before the bridge, blend in amongst the crowds, and wait. Most people seeking entry to the city will be refugees. I'd look wherever they're gathering.
Alright, from last episode we got a Hellrider longbow as well, which is 2 more initiative than what we had. It's kind of a shame that her hair on the actual character icon doesn't change when she changes her hair. Now, it can, it's just really buggy.
That foul shapeshifter Orin is like a scavenger beast, probing us for weaknesses. Do not let her shake your resolve.
Have you heard from Faniel since we moved on?
I have. He speaks to me during my nightly meditations. He is well, and Oliver also. At times they are one, and at others they divide. Easier for playing, perhaps. And the land thrives also. I doubt you would recognize it. Perhaps one day, you and I can both return and see it for ourselves.
I hope so.
Men, women, children, all barred from entry. A damn travesty. A decade ago, Baldur's Gate would have welcomed any and everyone seeking refuge. Who would take in these souls, if not the Jewel of Wulbren?
It is a shame, isn't it? Baldur's Gate has a responsibility to people in need.
As long as Gortash is in charge, they'll be left shivering at the gates. All part of the plan, of course. Step 1. Create an army and order it to march on the city. Step 2. Shut the gates in the name of security. Step 3. Bask in the applause. Gortash hasn't made Baldur's Gate safe. He's made it a prison. And when his army breaks through, the people will have nowhere to run.
Indeed.
To make this city a safe haven, we'll need to bathe Gortash and his allies in their own blood.
And it seems Duke Stalmain has been murdered. Did you know her?
I met her twice. The first time, I was a boy of 7 or 8, at a banquet in the Flaming Fist's honor. One look and I was smitten. Chestnut hair that flowed behind her like willow fronds, as she floated from one room to the next as if carried by clouds. The second time, Stelmane was different. Even with the aid of a cane, each step she took was a struggle. Every word she spoke took great physical effort. A stroke victim? I asked Father later. No, he said. A stroke survivor.
You sense uncertainty in Will's voice. He questions his father's explanation.
I sense there's something more to this story. Not starting out strong.
If there is, I'm not aware of it.
Gone before our time, it seems like. What a tragedy.
Not a tragedy, a calculated cruelty. Think about it. My father was tadpoled. Stelmane is dead. The people are frightened and the council's in disarray. To exert control, he must first sow chaos. A tyrant's strategy, as father would say. These murders aren't random acts. Someone powerful is guiding the killer's hand, and the city is made weaker for it.
Orin, Skvar, burn away the shadows she hides in, tear off her mask, and you'd reveal her for what she is, a shivering child.
Do you think the egg is doing well?
The egg grows ever warmer, the hum of life within it louder. It may yet hatch, though not soon by my estimation. In its heat lives stimulation, and in its throbbing, exhilaration. An effigy of Githyanki future, incubated inside a fragile shell.
Been a while since we talked about the Githyanki egg. You know, that happened a while ago. The end of Act 1. Did I start calling you Mummy lae'zel?
Only if you want me to roast you over a campfire, using my blade as a spit. But it is true that I feel some manner of responsibility for this unhatched whelp. After we free Orpheus, we can revisit the matter. If the egg hatches beforehand, well, we will shield it from the Lich Queen's zealots. Whatever may come, I will not let Vlaakith poison the fledgling with lies.
Fair enough. Seems a small child ended up at my camp, even though I did tell her to find somewhere safe, I guess.
Hi. It's me, Yenna. You remember me, right? You were really nice to me before, and
Was I?
my mum hasn't come back yet. She might come later. I don't think she's coming. Could we maybe stay here?
What harm? She's little, won't take up much space, or make much of a dent in our provisions.
I don't even think I was nice. I was pretty dismissive, honestly. But you can stay, Yenna. Pick a spot and settle in.
Yes! You've got a fire and everything. I can cook really good. Whatever you want. Thank you, thank you.
Now, letter from Arabella. He seems to have run away. Did you know Arabella was gone?
The girl has left to hew her own path. She left you a letter. Thou couldst read it, or thou couldst not. Such is the way of autonomy.
I already did.
Hast thou other business?
Alright, let's head back out.
The city is close now. My former peers will be watching, no doubt. Waiting for my return. We should do what we can to find them. What they know could help us.
We shall go find them because I already know where they are, Shadowheart. The children around here keep approaching me because I have us with us, right? Us to everyone else is just a cute little kitty. So they keep wanting to pet the cat and keep asking if they can have it and stuff. Kind of funny.
I just lost a wager, thanks to you.
Who are you?
Someone who bet that you'd never be foolish enough to actually show your face in this city again. But here you are. And the gold in my purse is soon to take flight.
You're a Sharon, aren't you? From Shadowheart's cloister?
There have been whispers about you, sister. About your faith, your loyalty, your company. I can't help but feel the strangest twinge of disgust as I look upon you. Is it true? Has Our Lady forsaken you?
Shadowheart can handle it.
I know the truth. I know my parents still live. Tell me where they are, and I have no quarrel with you.
I'm afraid the quarrel is unavoidable, thanks to you. Now I must report your reappearance. If you are intent on bringing matters to a head, then seek out the House of Grief in the lower city. Though, if I was you, I'd be very tempted to just forget it all and disappear. You have some form at doing so, after all.
That's why I had to talk to him without Shadowheart beforehand. Sharons are using a place called the House of Grief as cover for their presence in Baldur's Gate, it seems.
Then that's where we need to go. My parents are in there somewhere.
I don't know how many episodes it will take before I get there because there's a lot to do.
Truly this pity.
The place was empty. Keep those thugs away from my family.
Danuvia! Get these spotters out of my house now!
Arfur, sweetheart, you paid me and my boys to be caravan guards, not cattle wranglers. If you want us to get our hands dirty, it'd be our pleasure. But that'll be extra.
Well, you certainly know how to make people feel welcome.
You shouldn't have to make people feel welcome in places they don't belong. I just want to remove these unlawful interlopers from my property.
Well, it's a pretty big house. You sure you don't have a room for Spear?
My point exactly.
They're like kobolds. You let one in and soon the place will be crawling with them.
Ye gods, this guy is begging to get smacked.
This man's indignant demeanor barely masks a seething anxiety. There's more to this situation than he's letting on.
I'm a very magnanimous individual, but this is my home! Either they leave, or I'll make them.
Well, you seem to be a little on edge. Are you alright?
Well, wouldn't you be on edge if your beautiful home had been defiled by such brazen interlopers?
How about you live and let live, and I let you live in return? Shadowheart, carry us. Ooh, thank you.
Fine, fine. They can stay. Just don't blame me when they turn on you like the mongrels they are.
I respect your hustle, sweetheart, but it won't work on me. You've stepped on the guild's toes, and we'd like a little something to make it better.
The Guild, a loose coalition unifying every criminal outfit in the city under one collective rule, from cut purses to contract killers.
I might need to make my acquaintance with them, considering we have a little bit of rogue in us, you know? Or what?
I'd say you'll live to regret it, but honestly, I'm not so sure you'd live.
I fought and killed an avatar of Miracle recently. I'm sure I could handle you. Looks like I'm gonna have to be handling you.
You're full of crap. I'll almost feel sorry grinding you into the dirt.
Our first run-in with the guild. Maybe let's switch to non-lethal, just in case we can actually not have to kill them, because otherwise, well, you know. We'll have to get Karlach and Shadowheart to be doing the final attacks on them, though, for it to actually work.
The hammer's gonna fall.
And we can't smite them.
Bleed for me.
Well, a little bit. You can smite them a little bit. But not like a ridiculous amount. Like, even though they're attacking us, you know, which means they're bad guys because we're good guys, obviously. They're not like bad guys that we need to kill. Just have to go in on the melee. Oh. 30. Alright, we knocked them all out. Now, sometimes the game will just be like, haha, you killed them, but I don't think these NPCs ever, like, I don't remember ever seeing them after this event anyway, so I don't think it matters that much. You all good, Mr. Ox?
Do try the grass, should it take your fancy. Such sweetness should be shared.
I don't think I'll try the grass, but if I ever feel like it, it's good to know.
Not quite sure why you stood up for us like that, but I won't say I'm not grateful. Thanks. And may Torm keep you.
How did you end up here?
Same way lots of us did. Trying to get away from the army of the Absolute. If you had the chance to put a roof over your family's heads after being on the run for Torm knows how long, wouldn't you?
No one's gonna tell you to leave now, so have all the roof you want.
We will stay. For now. I just hope he doesn't pay anyone else to come sniffing round. Thank you. And may Torm keep you.
Good thing you sorted that out. I was this close to chucking a knife right between that trollop's eyes.
That would have been interesting to see, at least. Piano? I wish I knew how to play piano in real life.
Curious.
I guess I could learn. So this is Arfur's basement, and it is full of traps.
Watch how you go. There's a trap.
Yeah, as you can see. Take one step and suddenly I only really need to take care of the tripwires. Otherwise we should be
Step carefully.
relatively
There's a
okay.
trap.
A lot of money. A blackmail letter.
It looks like our merchant friend's the one who's been putting explosives in teddy bears.
The bad boy.
This must be where they were crafted.
Gifts for refugees only. Please distribute. So they're trying to murder refugees, which probably isn't a great thing, you know. Alright, let's get out of here. We've got to find that guy again at some point, hopefully, and question him. I think I will save the circus for the next episode, because then I can just focus on just the circus.
Welcome to Sword Coast Couriers. To send and to serve. Delivery not guaranteed.
Delivery not guaranteed? Why?
Well, we've had to change the policy. Hard to send letters by road when there's a rampaging army of fanatics bearing down on you. I'll tell you, it's left me in a right pickle. I've sent what I can by Pigeon, but now something's attacking them and all. Become a postmaster, Danzo. It'll be easy. Nobody mentions having to spend your evenings hunting for pigeon carcasses, do they?
Any idea on where these birds went missing?
Not the foggiest. Normally they fly true as an elven arrow. Something nearby is snatching them. I can tell you that much.
Well, I could find the pigeons for you. My fees are very reasonable.
Well, if it's not too much trouble, I'd be much obliged. Any letters you find, bring them back to me, unopened, of course, and there's some gold in it for you.
A little wet under the wing for our unit. The commander will soon straighten you out.
I've no need of a wing man. Commander Lightfeather will give you your briefing.
These are militant pigeons.
Name and rank? Quickly now. There's a war on.
Lieutenant Franke, reporting for duty.
At ease. At ease. I am Commander Lightfeather, leader of the finest aerial communication regiment this side of the Triumph. State your purpose, Groundwalker. I don't have all day.
I hear some of your officers have gone missing recently. What happened to them?
Damned awful business. Fine flyers, a lot of them. Gone without a trace. Intelligence is in short supply, but we know our enemies flanked us on the west side, not one rooftop away. We're avoiding the whole area. I won't lose one more beak to the blighter. If you pass that way, beware the sign of the featherless wings. From that rooftop, none return.
I'll check it out. I mean, if I can ring the bell, I'll ring it, right? I live close to a church. I can hear that bell sometimes. It wakes me up. Sunday, it's like, wake up.
Gale, is this Tressum yours?
It is. It's Tara. What's she doing all the way out here?
Mr. Dakarios, heavens! Fancy seeing you here.
Tara! That can't be you, can it?
I suppose you won't be terribly shocked to find your old friend Tara amongst the pigeons. They've always been a personal favourite.
My, is that a ring? For us? Ugh, you shouldn't have. Enjoy yourself now, Tara. Looks like you've got yourself set up quite nicely here.
What's your Tressum doing here, Gale?
She isn't my Tressum. She's my friend. And from the looks of things, it appears she's eating pigeons.
Now, if we want to do the quest for the courier, we're going to have to tell her to stop eating the pigeon. There's a part of me that's like, I don't really care. But hey, it will make us money. Can you ask her to stop eating pigeons?
Oh, right. Did you hear that, Tara?
stop it?
Well, these must be important birds indeed, Mr. Decarios. Forgive me for feasting on their bodies and bones so very voraciously.
Oh, she's agreed. Just about.
Thanks, Tara. And off she goes. So a shipment inquiry here. Rower.
Don't suppose you've stumbled across those letters yet?
I did find the letters. It was very difficult though. I took a bit of damage and I'm afraid my fees have gone up. Damn. Actually, the highest roll.
Yes, fine. Just give me the letters. Still sealed. Thank the gods. You've no idea the kindness you've done me. What a relief.
$336. Could have just let Tara keep eating pigeons for that price. Honestly, I was hoping for a bit more.
You've returned, yet my flyers have not. I suppose they've flown this mortal coop, so to speak. Make your report. How did the battle unfold?
They fought to the last feather against a truly formidable foe.
Of course they did. No doubt it was my training gave them the discipline and resolve to stay in the fight. As for you, flightless one, it was an honor taking you under my wing. Dismissed.
Let's head down this way. See what we got down here. It's very beautiful.
Another quake. What's going on?
It's the Elder Brain. There's something happening to it.
Okay. I don't know if it's the river from the song Down by the River, but we are down by a river.
No one back home would ever believe this.
Something's definitely happening down here, though.
My legs. I can't feel them. Tell the others. Let the boss know.
Who's the boss?
Stone Lord. He'll saw this. He'll get him.
You hear the blood gurgle in his struggling lungs. His last ounce of strength is spent.
Well, very interesting dance that he just did, I must say. A lot of death over here. A lot of death, a lot of traps.
That same ship was at Moonrise Towers, if I'm not mistaken.
Still carrying some shadow curse.
Nobody messes with the Stone Lord, ratling.
Nine Fingers sends her love, arsehole. Your Stone Lord's a dead man walking. You, help me kill these arses. The guild will sprinkle you with gold.
Who am I to turn down a paying customer? Let's do this.
You picked the wrong side, cock.
Slice them! Slice them now!
So the guild and the Stone Lord are having a fight. It's better to always pick the guild just so this guy can call you a cuck, you know? Like it's funny. I'm not insulted by it at all. Oh, we killed him. Oh, we still have non-lethal. Ah well. This guy's dead for reals. Some kind of gang war going on, it seems. Us. Go laser them. Very nice. 20 damage. Pretty consistent 20 damage on that laser, honestly. That's a cool wolf. Got nice armor on. I mean, this is the first time I'm playing Ranger, but I'm not playing Beastmaster, so I don't know if I'd be able to have a cool wolf like that if I was. Maybe something for the future. Oh, the smite. Let Shadowheart take care of it.
You did good, stranger. Someone had tried to slink away rather than get involved. They wouldn't earn the gratitude of the guild.
Happy to help. Who did we just kill?
A new flavour of scum that's been muscling in on our business. Agents of the Stone Lord.
I heard the Stone Lord's name from a dying man. Who is he?
He's a newcomer to our delightful underworld. And he doesn't play nice with others.
So what were his agents doing here?
We think the Stone Lord and his cronies are in league with the absolute cultists. This little operation here certainly suggests so. They were shifting something valuable by boat. But that something belongs to the guild now.
I deserve a little something for helping you.
Of course! The guild always rewards good work. Now scram!
I'll take $600 and I'll loot the bodies. So this boat is the boat from Moonrise.
Something good here, I hope.
And even though they said it's their loot, well, I'm just gonna take it, you know, because I'm allowed. Game's like, yeah, that's fine, you can. Some parasites. We won't be taking them. Very interesting though. Really too bad the boats that come by don't actually have anyone in them. It would be cool to see like a crew. They're just empty boats. But yeah, nothing too much to see down here. Just a little bit extra stuff.
Footprints leading right into that cave.
The boss is expecting you. Hasn't forgotten what you did for him at Moonrise.
Good to see you. Wasn't sure you'd make it to the city. Regretting it yet? I spent a lot of time thinking of worst-case scenarios while I was locked in that cell you plucked me out of at Moonrise. I didn't imagine anything as bad as this. The Gondians have handed Enver Gortash the means to bring about the end of liberty in Baldur's Gate. And the citizens have rolled out the red carpet for the new tyrant. Resistance fighters are few and far between. My iron hands, what's left of the Harpers, and you. I hope.
Well, Gortash is a dead man. I have reasons of my own for taking him down, though.
As long as our objective is the same, the reason doesn't matter to me. We have a common enemy. But neither of us gets what we want until we deal with our biggest obstacle. The Steel Watch. They're a threat to you, me, and every man, woman, and child in this city. They act all civilized, servants of the people, but they only serve one man. When he becomes Grand Duke, it will only get worse. Laws will change, freedoms will vanish, and soon you'll be accused and sentenced before you've even committed a crime. And the fucking Gondians are to blame for all of it.
Why put all the blame on the Gondians?
They invented the Steel Watchers, and they're building an army of them. They've always been happy to provide their technology to despots in exchange for a stipend and the freedom to work in peace. They would have licked Saravok's boots, given the chance. And now they'll kiss Gortash's ring while the city screams. I had a plan to put a stop to them. But the way things are now, if we stick our heads above ground, the Watchers are on us like flies on shit.
What was the plan?
Same as it always is. Eliminate the threat. In this case, the foundry where these atrocities are produced. The Gondians are ingenious, but we're more than equal to them. There's nothing they can build that the Iron Hands can't tear down. I've built something unique for just that purpose. A room powder bomb. First of its kind. 50 wizards high on the weave couldn't summon this kind of firepower. Get the bomb inside the Gondian facility. And boom. Problem solved.
Maybe the Gondians are victims, not oppressors.
The Gondians picked their side the minute they took orders from Gortash. If they had any courage, they'd have refused him and died like heroes, spitting in his face. Now they'll die like the dogs they are.
Well, I'm willing to make contact with the Gondians. See if they'll see reason.
Fine. You want to try flapping your gums in the belly of the beast, be my guest. But their idea of diplomacy is a steel fist shoved where the sun don't shine. So take the bomb. Just in case I'm right. And you're wrong.
Well, I'll take it, but I'll only use it as a last resort.
As long as you see sense, I don't care when you see it. The foundry is in the lower city. Down by the docks. Beautiful building. Belching smoke into the sky day and night. Getting inside won't be easy, but when you do, place the bomb at the heart of the facility. Get yourself back to street level. The streets will be clear of watchers in no time.
Now we have the room powder bomb, which is basically a nuclear weapon.
Those things are terrifying. If someone hadn't been there. But they were. And I'm here now. I'm safe.
How are things with you and Philomene?
You mean after she got you to end things with me on her behalf? Awkward, in a word. She's made it quite clear she doesn't want me around. When I think about it, I'm not sure she ever did. I was foolish. I just want to be useful, but I'm not as good at this as the others. But I'll get better.
Now you've spoken to the big man, good to see you. Never thought I'd meet you again, let alone fight on the same side. Glad we both made it out of Grimforge alive, and that I didn't have to use that rune powder to make a point.
Well, glad I could defuse the situation.
Funny. You're gonna need that sense of humor here. I overheard you're gonna be helping us fight the good fight. Knew I would have regretted blowing you up. Better get on with it then. Wulbren wouldn't have put his trust in you for nothing.
Gonna help us clear those watchers from the streets?
That's the plan. I'm not comfortable with the collateral damage, though.
That bomb will save a lot more people than it kills. Trust me. I've seen what those watchers can do.
So yeah, Wulbren is here, and he's on a crusade.
What do you want now?
I want to know why you harbour an Iron Hand gnomes in your cellar.
Been poking around downstairs, have you? Well, I've got nothing to hide. Those gnomes are victims. They've spent years in exile, no forge to call their own, all because of some ancient bloody grudge. The Gondians think they're the only ones fit to swing a hammer round here. They're wrong. One day they'll learn that the hard way. Until that happens, I'll give those iron hands a roof over their heads. Nothing wrong with it. Now clear off. If you want anything else, go to the shop. I've got work to do.
Okay, sir. I think we've basically explored everything that needs to be explored here and done everything that needs to be done outside of going into the circus. But let's take a long rest. Since we're in Act 3 now, I'm sure there'll be some camp scenes. Immediately.
Queen Vlaakith. Skvar!
You are a Sherlock, and still you speak my name.
I've seen the captive Orpheus with my own eyes. Spoken to Gestil Kithrak Voss. You lied to us. Enslaved us.
The betrayer Voss lies!
Loud.
I have only a moment, and you, Hasharlak, will listen. We are Githyanki. We move mountains. We snuff out stars. We shake the plains. The traitor Voss has lied to you. The heretic prince would shatter us in an instant. The great dominion shrunk to the head of a pin.
Can this be true? Is the Githyanki prince really a threat to his own people? Or simply a challenge to Vlaakith's rule?
Return to the astral prism. Slay Orpheus the Pretender. Serve me, and I will ascend you. You will be no mere warrior, nor Kithrak. You will be Barta Vlaakith, commander of dragons. My only, my chosen. A final chance. Kneel before me. Make your promise.
Lae'zel's thoughts become yours. The sight of Orpheus looms over her mind. Voss's words echo within it. She means to forever turn her back on Vlaakith.
You've got this, Lae'zel.
I gave you my faith, and you called me traitor. I gave you my life, and you ordered your knights to hunt me. I have witnessed too much, and you have given me too little. Finally, I can see. Orpheus will live, and I will hear his creed. This is my word.
Your word is nothing! You are nothing! The Kithraki will bring you. I will tear your flesh from your bones and devour your skull's marrow while you beg for death. I will consume you. I will unmake you.
Whatever. Oh, we've got a note from Volo here now.
Soldier, my engine. It hurts. I think this might be it. Soon. Things burning hotter than I knew it could. I want us both to be ready if... well, if we can't fix me.
Well, before that, Karlak, Gortash is going to pay for what he did to you.
Here, here. And hey, kicking his ass might burn off a bit of this extra heat. Let's go home. It's about damn time.
It is done. There is no going back. As long as the Undying Queen reigns, I am never to soar unbound over the astral sea. Never to cross the one in the void. As it should be.
Better a short life built on truth than immortality woven of lies. Better to unite the Githyanki under a prince who would free their minds and honor their bodies.
So why do I feel so bitter?
Let's consider lae'zel's past and present.
Vlaakith has upended lae'zel's whole existence. Everything she knew to be true, every plan and aspiration she ever held has been painfully ripped away. lae'zel's bitterness is born of sadness. She is mourning the loss of the person she once was, and can never be again.
Your own regret is terrorizing you. You have good reason to hate her.
I know hate. It seeds and distills into molten rock, forever rattling in the belly. But I've never known this. I feel no heat, no cold. I bear neither fangs nor talon. There is only absence. No matter. I am Vlaakith's child no more. I have been born anew in Gith's son, my savior. And so from the old battle cries is birthed another. Shema Salah Orpheus, Ma Stilna Forgin in Yeri. Orpheus's will above all. May the comet blaze my path forward.
Quick to pledge yourself to Orpheus's cause? What about your own needs and wants?
Orpheus's freedom is my want and my need. To deny his freedom would be to deny my own. There will come a time when I can think about myself beyond the Lich Queen who enslaves the Githyanki and the prince who would liberate them. But that time won't come until the Prince of the Comet flies again.
Vlaakith promised to make you Bard to Vlaakith. What does that mean?
Vlaakith's left hand and her right. Commander of all dragons, chosen of the Queen Regent. Not since Vlaakith I has a Bard to Vlaakith been anointed. Another empty promise. Only a naive fool would believe otherwise. The kind of fool I was not so long ago.
So what next?
We find Voss at Sharess's caress and retrieve the key to releasing the prince. Orpheus Tough Kinazin.
Vlaakith's a fearsome one. The sort it's hard to say no to. But lae'zel said it anyway, to her immense credit. She's choosing truth. She's choosing freedom. For her, for Orpheus, for the Githyanki people. I wish I knew a good Githyanki cheer to celebrate the occasion, but the only gift phrases I've picked up are the sweary sort.
It's always how it is with foreign languages, right?
So, lae'zel's finally seen the light and turned on her mistress. It took a little time, but she got there. Though it's not over yet. Masters rarely let their slaves go without a fight.
Indeed.
Damn. It can't have been easy for lae'zel to stand up to Vlaakith like that. But there's nothing that woman can't do.
So, it seems that Vlaakith is lae'zel's queen no longer. That took no small amount of backbone.
Glad to see I'm not the only one on the wrong side of an omnipotent authority figure. lae'zel did well to break free of Vlaakith's manipulations, though I doubt Vlaakith will let such insubordination go unpunished.
Yeah, we're all on the wrong side of gods, it seems.
I didn't think I'd live to see the day when lae'zel turned her back on Vlaakith. But all things considered, good for her.
Alright, bedtime. Seems we're gonna go talk to this mind flayer fellow.
How did you? Oh, it's you. I must have let my mind wander. Enough for you to wander in. Forgive me. I am drained. Ever since you killed Ketheric and took his netherstone, the Chosen's control of the brain has been brittle. It's rebelling against Orin and Gortash fiercely.
And it's the quake.
I suspected that when we took Ketheric's stone, the brain would begin to break free. Those brain quakes confirm that my suspicion was correct. I do not know what happens now when it receives their orders, and I do not dare guess.
You feel the Emperor's fear as if it were your own. An elder brain enslaved is one thing. An elder brain unleashed will be the end of everything.
Beautiful, isn't it? The mighty Prince Orpheus, contained in submissive slumber.
I wouldn't call it beautiful.
Come. You may as well sit a while, now that you are here. Your company isn't unwelcome.
I expected you to be more on guard this close to the brain.
You are correct. I should be. I'm haunted by memories. They are relentless. I can think of nothing. No one else.
Someone from your past?
Indeed. Duke Stelmane. Or as I knew her, Belin, when she was alive. You thought you were my first ally. Far from it. I have long sought the allyship of others. It is the only way to succeed. Though my relationship with Belin was different from my relationship with you.
How so?
In life, she was my business partner. Back when we ran the Knights of the Shield. A difficult task for a mind flayer. Duke Stelmane trusted me, and the city trusted her. I conceived the plot, but Belin took center stage. It was she who met with the merchants, politicians, and patriarchs. It was she who negotiated deals and signed off on agreements. Her rooms played host to the most important conversations in the city. Together, we brought order to chaos. At its height, everything that happened in that city went through the shield. Through us. I could not have done any of it without her. Just as I cannot do any of this without you. But now, she is gone.
If I didn't know you were a mind flayer, I'd say you were upset.
Astute as ever. You think that mind flayers are soulless husks who feel nothing.
Apparently they are.
Belin thought the same at first. You are wrong. Feeling is vital to the pursuit of anyone's goals. Even the mind flayers. Like you, mind flayers know fear. Like you, we crave recognition. But unlike you, unlike the others of my kind, I am no slave to either. My end is and always has been freedom. Belin understood this. Belin became my freedom.
Well, Mr. Mind Flayer, throughout my life I've discovered that everyone is a slave to something, and it seems like you might be a slave to freedom. Well, just don't let your guard down again.
I won't, but I could do with your assistance. You remain attached to your physical form. I suggest you shed that attachment.
No thank you.
We will do better against the Elder Brain the more illithid we both are. Another quake. The brain is rebelling again. I need to focus.
You can become more illithid for both of us. And I would say that's a pretty good place to end it for this episode. Basically just explored the rest of Rivington. Now that we've explored pretty much all of Rivington though, I can actually plan things ahead. Now that we've dealt with all of the picking up quests and everything in Rivington, I think it will flow a lot better. So yeah, the next few episodes should actually have some structure. It happens in a game like this. Sometimes you arrive somewhere and it's like, what am I doing? And hopefully we can continue to have some structure as we go throughout the rest of the game, because I do like knowing exactly what I'm doing in these episodes going forward. It's just I knew the start of Act 3 was going to be a bit tough. Next episode, I'll probably head to the circus, I think. We'll go to the circus, we'll spend an episode at the circus, play some games at the circus or something like that, you know? See if we can uncover any circus secrets. A little beach episode, if you will. Thank you for joining me in this episode. Hope you have a great day or night, depending on when you're watching. And I will see you in the next one.